Everybody, it's John, Old Man Outdoors, and welcome to the channel. Today, as we take a look at the Elk Ridge fixed blade knife. We'll talk a little bit more about this knife in just a moment. But first, why would someone even take a look at a knife that sells for $12? Well, the name of the channel, of course, is Old Man Outdoors, which pertains mostly to senior citizens who are out and about. And I think most senior citizens are not on bread and beans and rice and beans, as Dave Ramsey would say, but most of us do have to watch our pennies. And this is a good example of something that is worth the value and money that you spend for it if you have a need for a small pocket knife or a fixed blade knife if you're out fishing or hunting. So let's take a look at this in detail. First off, the knife sells for less than $12. There's a link down below on Amazon if you'd like to get one. I'm an Amazon associate. Make a few pennies off of it. Appreciate it if you do that. You can also get some other stuff down there if you take a look at it. But let's go into detail, talk about some weights, pros, and cons of the little $12 fixed blade Elk Ridge knife. Well, here's the knife. It does come in a little cardboard box. Obviously, I've taken it out. But we'll just go over a few pros and cons and a few things and characteristics, weigh the knife, and show you some options that you might want to be interested in. First off, as you can see, it's a fixed blade knife. It is 5 inches overall length. The blade it's listed as 440, but in reality, when I took a look at it, the actual specific name of this steel is a 3CR13. Now, that's about equivalent to a 440 steel. It's relatively easy to sharpen and holds the edge. It's a low grade, but a very utility grade of stainless steel for a knife blade. The handles are made out of burl wood, and it does have stainless steel pins in it. But the scales are nicely. It's a burl. It's made out of maple, and the leather sheath that comes with it. My stuff's going all the way here. Let me put it back down. The sheath, of course, is made out of leather, and it looks like it's very well stitched. The stitching is neatly done around the edges. It's embossed with the Elk Ridge logo on it. It's a vertical carry only. I'd like to have an option to make it horizontal, but it is vertical. It will fit a pretty wide belt. It's at least 1.25 inches wide across that part. Again, it's got a nice snap on it, and the snap is well attached to it. Looks like it's going to hold up for a long time. The knife fits in it well. Without even being strapped in. You can shake it out, but it has a tendency to hold pretty good, and the snap does fit fully on there. The blade itself is 2¼ inches long. It is the drop point style. It does have a 1/8 of an inch lanyard hole in the other end of it. Now, let's talk about some pros about this knife. Number one is it's really a good knife for the low price of $12 off Amazon. It's a lightweight. As a matter of fact, we'll just go ahead and put this down here, turn this on, let it warm up, and we're going to weigh it. It's 2.7 ounces. Convert that over to grams, and it's at 28 grams. So it's relatively lightweight. That's, of course, without the scabbard that it does have. It makes it easy to carry. It's solidly built. The bolster is stainless steel. It does fit the index finger relatively well. Obviously, it's not a full handle knife. You really wouldn't want to really bear down on skinning a large game, but it does make for a nice little small game knife. A great fishing knife for not filleting, but for cutting up bait fish and so forth. There are a couple of cons with this knife. Even though the steel is rated as a 3CR13, I found this knife somewhat difficult to sharpen. It wasn't difficult, but it took a little bit more effort than I anticipated. Now, the blade did come sharp. I'd say it would be sharp enough for most folks, but I did put it on a whetstone, and I needed to sharpen it a little bit more, and I was a little disappointed in the effort that it took to take it that far. This knife is about a year old. The grain is beginning to raise a little bit here on the maple burl, but I think probably some boiled linseed oil, something to that effect, would make that. And again, I wish there was an option for horizontal carry, but when you look at the scabbard, I don't see very many options that there are to change that belt attachment anyway. I brought this out here because a lot of my videos pertain to fishing. This is fishing time of year, and I think this is maybe the 3700 size series. This is the Ozark Trail from Walmart, but they're the same. I think it's 3700, and it does fit in there even with a couple of crankbaits, so it's easy to carry in your tackle box. So that wraps up the Elk Ridge review. Well, that wraps up this video on the little Elk Ridge fixed blade knife. I hope you got something out of that. Maybe tempted to go ahead and buy one and add to your collection of knives. I'm sure this is not for someone that's just looking for the first knife, but like many of us, you enjoy uh, perhaps collecting or using a good fixed blade knife. Real cute little knife. Again, links are down below. Amazon affiliate. I appreciate if you go down there and take a look at the different things. But until we meet again, this is John, Old Man Outdoors. Hey, y'all take care of one another. Be safe. God bless. We're going to catch you on the next video.